Day 2 of the Decluttering by Design Mood Boost Challenge. Now, I'm just gonna make this one a little bit quicker and just say that please reference yesterday, day 1, which is episode 70, if for any reason you're watching this later, where I'm going to, more formally introduce myself, why we're doing this, and who this program is designed to help. Hey there! So a few logistical notes before we get into the day 2 content. One, if for any reason this live video skips or has like unusual pauses in it, push forward 30 seconds. I'm learning that this is something that's working. Something about the storms and the clouds has been messing that up a little bit, I think. And I'm going to repeat that one more time in case it did that to me. If for any reason this video skips or pauses unusually at you, drag it forward 30 seconds and it should fix itself, or keep dragging it forward 30 seconds until it pops back on, because if it's up, it works. So just be patient, and thank you for your patience on that. To get a recap of any of the homework and the prompts and additional details, you can register completely for free for the first week of the challenge if you go to my bio link tree and click to register for the Decluttering by Design Mood Boost Challenge. So the third logistical detail is that we're going to have, we still have the giveaway going. We're going to be sharing details about the giveaway at the end of this video. And again, I think this is going to be a shorter video. So yeah, I want you to have more time today to catch up on the homework from the Starting Strong day 1 if you need it, because there's a lot of really intentional based details in that video, so I want you to take your time with that if you can. So today's theme for day 2 is why this time will be different. We spent a lot of time yesterday getting intentional about what we really want and need and envision for our homes for this challenge, or it could be for the rest of the year. But as much as we can accomplish within this 30 days, I want to help you get there. So now the goal for today is to focus a little bit more specifically on the how. So here's a few prompts, questions that I have, and if you want to respond to me in the comments here on Instagram Live, or if you're watching this video in the replay format, you can also just jot these down in a notebook to yourself. Question 1: what got in the way of your decluttering goals last time? Your decluttering or organizing goal from a previous time period, whenever that was that you set for yourself. Has it come undone? What messed it up? Like, what got in the way? Was it too organized for your kids to keep up with? Were you shoving, even if it was more organized way? Were you trying to shove too many things in one cabinet and everything was being knocked out? Think as specifically as possible. A few more examples of things that could get in the way or could undo it. For example, I cannot stand right now to organize our shed without an air conditioner in there. It's summer. It is 90 plus degrees here every day, and I'm not in the mood. So two solutions I have, 2 options, is I could go and work on it early in the morning when it's cooler, or I could invest in an air conditioning unit, and sometimes I want both. Maybe you get stuck on sentimental items. Sentimental items are, I think, a huge barrier to completing a decluttering project. You'll be doing fine, throwing lots of stuff away, and then you come across a photo album, and you're just like, now let me sit here and flip through this photo album. I'm a big proponent for leaving the sentimental items to the end of the decluttering, so that it doesn't slow down your pace. Something else that could get in the way Oh, I didn't have another note, but something else that could get in the way. Let me think. I would be specific about things that you get in the way of yourself. Don't let it be like, don't put down like my husband or my children. Like, think of things that you have more control over than that, or things that have to do more so with your own behavior or your own, limits of storage, whatnot. Okay, so the next question. What are 1 to 3 ways that you can overcome this obstacle next time, if you can think of it? So, like I said, one of the ones I thought of was the air conditioning unit, or working on it in the mornings, like on the weekends or whatnot. What other things can you think of? If you have way too much of one category of thing, like let's say you have a walk-in closet, but you have clothes that could fit in a closet 3 times that size. Can you create like a satellite closet? Can you, do you have a guest room that you can start to occupy some of, like what are ways that you can overcome the obstacle, so that you mentioned in question 1? And some of these will be built in. If it has to do with time or lack of motivation or accountability, if you stay with us for this challenge, we're going to have a little bit of that built in, but I'm trying to think of anything else that's specific to your environment that could get in the way, and to just start to think of or brainstorm maybe 1 to 3 ways that could help you jump through that obstacle, jump over it, get through it. And number 3, what has worked best for you in the past? Let me know. I know that when I go and I measure and I go and I shop for organizational bins for, say, like the entire kitchen pantry at one time, one shot, I know that works really well for me. What about for you? Like, do you work really well if you alphabetize all your books and your seasonings? Do you work really well if you color code your kids' library? Like, do your kids do really well if you label the bins? Think about what's worked best. And then the last question is, where are your decluttered items from this challenge over the next 28 plus days? Where are they going to go? So one of the reasons I'm bringing this up specifically for me, if you know that you're going to have clothes that you declutter, I think it's a great idea to order one of those ThredUp free closet clean out bags. That's a really great way to get rid of a large amount of clothes, or your kids' clothes that they've outgrown, whatever it is. That's a great way to get a large sum of things out of your life in a quick way. You might be able to make some money off of it. If not, they will recycle or donate it to appropriate places. That's one thing where it might take a week to get here. So I want you to, if you're thinking about that, if that's a category you want to declutter, I think it's a great idea to order that ThredUp bag now. If you go to ThredUp, THRED, up.com. I don't have a specific link or anything like that, but if you order the closet clear out bag or whatever they call it, that can be really helpful for you. Maybe you are thinking about joining Poshmark. I have a video on that, and we can talk more about that in the challenge itself. Poshmark is a great place to go to sell clothing that has a little bit of a higher ticket value, and you want to have a little bit more control, a little bit more say in what it sells for. It's a little bit more DIY than ThredUp. ThredUp, you can shove everything in a bag and ship it away. Poshmark, you have to hold the items until it sells in your house, and there's a little bit more to it than that. But if you have a lot of higher end things, maybe there's another reseller that you want to get in touch with or research a little bit more on. Do you have a box that you can label for donations? Where will it go? Will it go to Goodwill? Do you have it's good to think about where those donations are going, because not all organizations, nonprofits are going to take the same kind of things. For example, there's a lot of times that Goodwill will throw things away that you've donated if they're in a certain lacking condition, whereas if let's say your church has a town that they do mission trips to, they may have a lot more leeway in the types of things that they're accepting that could be helpful for those communities. So just thinking through where your donations are going to go, making it as clear as possible. Label the box of where it's going to go. Should it live in your car while you're decluttering? Should it live by the doorway? Make sure it's not accidentally being used as a trash bin. Get that specific. Even if it seems obvious, maybe there is somebody in your life who is moving into their first home, and you could give some of your flatware or silverware or unusable or barely used appliances to them. Like, think about where these things that you're having some trouble with the clutter, where some of these things can go. So the goal is to plan ahead for just a massive decluttering that's going to happen, and ask, how can you make this easier on yourself? How can you repeat something that's worked really well for you specifically before? And I wanted to share a quick statistic that the probability of completing a goal with an accountability group and appointments is 95%. So if you choose to join the program, we are already going to have your back with the set appointments, the 2 videos coming out to you per week, the emails, and then the set appointments that you'll have privately with me. You'll have that accountability to yourself, but now it's thinking through what else can you do to make it even more of a sure thing that you're going to hit your goals. So do you see how doing this work within a set challenge period can be extremely beneficial to you? And I'm really, like I said, excited to help you with this process, especially if you continue in the next 30 days. So I hope everybody did well with last night's homework. I know that, we got rid of, about 30 things yesterday. And for some of you that might feel like that was a lot. Some of you might feel like that was just scratching the surface. It might be energizing some of you. I would love to know in the comments how getting rid of those first 30 things made you feel. How did it go taking your before pictures? Let me know, where your head is at, where your mind is at. I'm here to boost your mood, not decrease it. So I'm very interested in how that's going. And now let's move into tonight's homework. Oh, and how is your list going? Of the things, I want to know everything. Tell me everything. Tonight's homework is to take 10 to 20 minutes, however much time you have, doing any of these relevant prep work steps that were suggested in this video. Maybe it's ordering the thread bag. Maybe it's familiarizing yourself with Poshmark. Maybe it's doing a little bit of Googling about the nonprofits in your area that you might be donating to, finding the box and labeling it. And then the next thing is it's time to officially determine what 1 to 3 spaces you're going to use the rest of this challenge to complete. I will send out, if you're registered, like I said, for free through the bio link tree, if you're registered for the challenge, tomorrow morning I'm going to send out the heat mapping exercise that can help you further get clarity on what spaces you're going to get the best return on investment with this program on. So be sure I have your email in the system in order to get that registered officially for the challenge. And then lastly, I want you to declutter 40 of your personal non-sentimental items from within the spaces that you've selected to focus on. So just your own stuff. Don't start decluttering other people's and your house's things. Continue with things that are easy. If it's going through the pile of mail and throwing out 2/3 of it, if it is going through a drawer in an office, if it's wherever the spaces are that you've chosen, I want you to start. The volume is cranking up a little bit. It's time to get rid of 40 things. And this is not put away 40 things, it's get rid of 40 things. Things that you can say officially goodbye to. And like I said, if you come across something sentimental, put it aside. We're not ready for that. Now onto the Instagram giveaway. We're going to keep this going the same as yesterday. So if you have a public Instagram account and you have already registered your email for free with the Decluttering by Design Mood Boost Challenge, then I want you to share to a post or story, how you are starting the challenge strong, It could be a pic of your decluttering pile thus far. It can be your inspiration image. It can be some of your before images. It could be a quote of something that's resonated with you from the past 2 days. Anything that you're liking. And if you feel, like you want to share this with your friends, I would love to see what you're saying, what's resonating, how you're starting strong. And if you can tag me at Keelan Los Design and use the hashtag Decluttering by Design, which will also be the first hashtag under this video, one or more of you will win this VIP track upgrade, which includes the motivational, well-designed screensavers pack that can help to boost your mood on your digital spaces, a bonus decluttering playlist of my top videos that can help to inspire you as you are in the weeds decluttering, these numbers of things during this first week. And you'll also get an exclusive invite to the live Q&A call that we're having Friday at 3 p.m. over on Zoom. So if you're a really super private person and you don't feel like sharing all of this, you can also upgrade your registration to the VIP track for just $11. This is just something nice that I wanted to do for any of you guys who are just super participants, to give you that for free if you're selected, if you are sharing, how you're starting strong with the challenge. Now this giveaway may continue the exact same way, or it could change, for day 3 or day 4 tomorrow and Thursday. So, and a little sneak peek, tomorrow's theme is, why am I the only one picking anything up? So I can't wait to chat with you more about that, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Let me know in the comments how this is going for you. How are you feeling? Like, how long is this taking you to do? I want to know everything. So there's no detail that's too much for people who are participating in the challenge. I can't wait to hear. So I will see you guys in tomorrow's video, and I will see everybody who's registered. I'll send out this recap email to you tomorrow morning. Okay? Talk to you soon. Bye.